Okay, if you watch a lot of my videos, you can tell obviously I'm back in my room here at the Veterans home in Lisbon. Um, yeah, so it was. I haven't uploaded any videos from that I made when I was at my brother's place, but anyway, making this video to comment on the weekend and to comment on things that have happened since the election, since Wednesday, since Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, let me first start by saying, Democrats, you guys absolutely amaze me. You do. I mean, you talk about coming together and you talk about different things. You know, you talk about how we should work together, and you know, you talk about that before the election and stuff, and but then when you don't get your way, then you act like spoiled 2 year olds, and you cry and you act like spoiled brats, basically, but I, you know, um, I don't blame you for, you talk about how horrible the Republican is if he wins. You talk about how awful and, Hitler-like he is, and you know what? If I was lied to as much as the media lies to you, the Democratic Party leaders lie to you, if I was you, I would think that too. I would think that's true too. You know, I mean, you guys think that Trump is the second coming of Hitler? Then you're like, then you say you look at his comments and like, well, yeah, he is, but it's like, come on. Do you honestly think he's gonna do the things you know, do you honestly think, that he's gonna do some of the things you're saying? There's no way. Hang on a second, let me get some Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah, diet. Yeah, because I had some of my only 9 diet pop earlier. There are Democrats who believe that Trump is going to have the government come and take children that were born in other countries and adopted by their parents, you know, and picked up in the country they were born in, when they were babies, and brought back to the U.S. And several years later, Trump is gonna go around, come and have the government come and take those children out of their home they were adopted into, from their parents, and sent back to the country of their origin. There are Democrats who will believe that Trump will do that. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They actually believe this is going to happen. Okay? They actually believe that Trump is going to do that. I mean, it's just like, how in the. Oh my gosh. Think about this, okay? Use the thing between your ears and think about this for a change. Would any Republican ever, okay, any Republican ever suggest that? The answer to that question is no. Even if they did, they would have to get the Republican House and the Republican Senate to go along with them. You know, think about this. Do you think that would ever happen? Do you think that Republicans would do that? That a lot of Republicans would support something like that? If man, if they are, if you do, you know, oh my gosh. It's like, man, no wonder Democrats think, you know, all Republicans are demons, you know, or devils, you know. It's like, come on, you know, Republicans are people too, you know that? Republicans are moms, dads, singles, you know. Republicans come in all shapes, all sizes, all colors, you know. Republicans would never want to do that, you know. It doesn't matter if they're all Democrats or not. The Republicans would never do that, you know, would never want to do that. I mean, that is just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know? It's like, come on. But, oh, gosh. It is just amazing. It is just amazing, you know, to see all the Democrats, you know, rioting, not just protesting, but rioting, you know, breaking as much stuff and burning as much stuff as they can, and destroying as much stuff as they can. You know, you talk about how loving and compassionate and open-minded you are, and you talk about, oh, we need to come together to get the, you know, oh my gosh, and then you do that. It's like, oh my gosh, you make, you know, not all Democrats are doing that. Not all Democrats are, you know, are like that. You know, but still, it's a lot of Democrats are doing that. A lot of Democrats are acting like spoiled children. You know, I mean, 8 years ago, people like me had to deal with the fact that Obama had gotten elected. 8 years ago, you know, was not a good time to be a Republican. We were not happy. You know, I wasn't happy. You know, 8 years ago. Okay? And then, you know, over 5 years ago, I graduated from college. I've got a college degree. Crap, I don't have it here. Wish I did. So that I could show you on film that I actually do have a college degree. You know, that is from Valley City State University in Valley City, North Dakota. I think it's a Bachelor in Science. Well, anyway, I'm 15 classes from getting a business management degree. You know, and I've got 8 years in the Navy. Almost 8 years in the Navy, and I still couldn't get a decent job. I still could not get a decent job with all that in the state with the best economy in the country, North Dakota. I still could not get a decent job, you know, and that was that's the last 5 years. Okay, the last 5 years have been like that. I have gone to one crappy job after another crappy job after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, just because I had to have a job. You know, I worked at, you know, I did that. I did the sugar beet harvest. I did the regular sugar beet harvest the first year, and then the pre-pile, and then the regular harvest. I did, let's see, what else did I do? I did the pre-pile and regular sugar beet harvest another, the year after that. I think I did that 2 years in a row. I think that's right. And then I did the pre-pile a year ago. And I was down here this year during the sugar beet harvest, so I couldn't do that. But I don't know if I would have been able to do that anyway. But anyway, I've had a lot of crappy jobs because the economy has been crappy. Okay? And why has the economy been crappy? Because we've had and have a president that can't run a lemonade stand. The lemonade stand, if he was running it, would be broke and gone out of business if he did that. If he was running it, it would be bust. It would have to close. It's like any 10-year-old kid could run a lemonade stand, but not our current president. Not our the president, the guy who's been president for the last 8 years. Not him. He couldn't do that. And the only experience he had of doing anything was a senator for a short period of time, and then as a community organizer. It's like, and you Democrats want to rip for Trump for the things he's done, for not having any political experience. It's like, oh, good grief. And believe me when I say that all the horrible things you think that are going to happen when Trump's president, almost every one of them is not going to happen. Is not going to happen. He is not going to have the U.S. government break into people's homes who adopted children from other countries, have adopted them when they were babies, and round them up and send them back to the countries they were born in. That is not going to happen. That is never going to happen. As long as Donald Trump is president, that is never going to happen. As long as Mike Pence, if Trump gets killed by a Democrat, which you're hearing it first, that is going to happen. Donald Trump will not survive his term. In 4 years, a Democrat will assassinate him. I'm not saying that I want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. If Trump were to quit, and Mike Pence were the president, I'd be fine with that. I'd be okay. But Pence has been, I don't know how long he's been in politics, but he's been in politics for a while here. But anyway, I've already eaten. So if you Democrats want to kill Trump, okay, let's have a born-again Christian, vice president become president. Go ahead. If you think Trump's a right winger, Pence is going to stand up for godly principles. And a lot of you Democrats fighting tooth and nail. Whoa, excuse me. You do everything you can, to fight against that. And if you kill Trump, the born-again Christian conservative is going to be president. So, you might hate Trump, but you might hate you might hate Pence even worse, but anyway. Yep. Grape juice. Yep. This is what we use for communion on Communion Sundays, which was last week. This week we don't have communion, so anyway, there you go. But anyway, anyway, got some milk. So I've got some other snacks too that I'm going to eat a whole lot at lunch, supper, but yeah, anyway. It's Democrats that talk about how much we have to be loving and compassionate and towards other people. Then what do they do when they lose an election? They act like the exact opposite. They do the exact opposite. They beat up people who supported Trump. They violently beat them up. It's just unbelievable. You guys are such hypocrites. You guys, Democrats, are such hypocrites. You talk about, Trump needs to accept the election results and stuff. And then you don't get your way, your person loses, and you go completely nuts. You go completely insane. Man, you guys are amazing. You guys are really amazing. Once I think that you guys have reached the lowest level you possibly can, you guys keep digging. I'm like, okay, this is a little. I say this is the lowest thing Democrats could ever do. This is absolutely the lowest. And then you got Democrats come along and keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. It's like, oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. But yeah. But I'm not kidding. I thought this week that my family was going to be able to set aside differences with me being the only Republican. I thought this weekend was going to be okay, but I thought my family members, if I talked to their friends, they might not be so, nice, but, some things happened that, I'm just amazed. I'm just like, what? I mean, why would you think that? Why would you support that? Or, why would you think that? Just absolutely things that blew me away. Not with just my siblings, but my parents too. It's, oh my gosh. I'm not going to go into details, but it's like, oh man. I just, it's just, I kind of knew that, some things about my family and how, when it comes to, what they think about what I think and believe and know, and know is true, but, to just have the absolute disregard and disrespect and disbelief of everything, almost everything I believe. That's you know, oh my gosh, I know. I mean, that's where my family is. Everything I believe, almost everything I believe, everything I stand for, everything I know, it doesn't matter to them. They think don't know what the crap I'm talking about. You know, when it comes to history, when it comes to the history of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, I don't know what the crap I'm talking about. I've been just watching propaganda that has been, oh wow, ooh, oh that is over. But anyway, you know, they label anything I do, anything I watch or believe propaganda. It's like, and who do they watch? They watch people who are paid by the Democratic Party to believe what they believe. They don't, they believe media outlets that are on the DNC payroll. You know, I mean, we know for a fact that or what was it? Who was it that was CNN? Was it CNN or was it MSNBC? I don't know which one it was. But one of them was being paid by the DNC to believe what they believed. You know, and I'm the one, excuse me, I'm the one that believes in propaganda and lies? Oh my gosh. I mean, we know that the DNC has been, that the national media has been in the tank for the Democrats. We know that. WikiLeaks has said that they are. Their email has said that they are. You know? I mean, it's like, come on. Good grief. You know? Then Democrats are saying, oh, WikiLeaks not true, it's not true. That's a complete lie. It's like, okay, fine. Find out that WikiLeaks, that Assange is a right-wing conservative. If he is, then fine. Let me know that. Fine. Bring that up. Oh, Assange is a right-wing conservative. Right-wing conservative. It's like, oh my gosh. That would be absolutely amazing. I bet Democrats are going to say that. I bet Democrats are going to say, oh, Julian Assange is just a right-wing conservative. When there's no proof to the fact that he is. They'll say that anyway. They'll say that anyway because the media, who's being paid by the Democrats to be liberal, well, believe that. I mean, the people who are paid to say that will say that, and the Democrats will believe it. All you Democrats will, go, oh, okay, It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, but, yeah. Yep. Yeah, media outlets that are being paid by the Democrats to support them. Oh yeah, they're telling us the truth, but Fox News isn't. It's like, oh, but Fox News is just a propaganda. It's nothing but propaganda. It's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Unjoking. Believable. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I am gaining way too much weight here. Demi Lovato. Ooh, baby. But anyway, yeah. It's like, oh man. Yeah. But, like I said, like I said, Donald Trump is never, ever, 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 ever gonna have the government come in, break into people's houses, take the children that they adopted who were born in foreign countries when they were still and adopted them when they were just babies, and take them and send them back to their country in which they were born. That will never happen. That will never happen. You know? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. That will never, ever happen. You know? But, you know, I'm not surprised. You know? You guys are going to hear that Donald Trump is the second coming of Hitler, and you are going to believe it. It's like, I mean, has he said something, bad things? Yeah. Has he said some things he shouldn't have? Yeah. You know, has Hillary done some horrible, terrible things? Yes. You know, and you're going to excuse her for what she has done? You're going to vote for her? You know, in spite of the fact that what she has done is much worse than what Trump has said? It's like Trump has said bad things, but Hillary has done something horrible things. You know, you guys, you Democrats can't understand that. You know, I mean, well, I should say that some of you did understand that. You did understand that. And you didn't support her. You said, no, we should not have her as our nominee. Well, guess what? Your party, you know, fixed the entire nomination process so that Hillary Clinton would have been the nominee, was going to be the nominee. Okay? I don't know if Sanders knew that it was, you know, let's see what I'm trying to say. You know, I don't know if Sanders, you know, was like, thought he had an honest chance or not. I don't think the other three. I don't think Webb, Martin O'Malley, or the other guy. I don't think any of those other three thought they had any chance of getting their Democratic nomination at all. I think they knew they weren't going to get it. I think they were just, oh yeah, let's just, you know, they were just fodder for, they were just a punching bag for Hillary to get ready for the main event. You know, I think that's all they did. I think that's all they were. You know, just toughen up Hillary for the main event. That's all they were. You know, so few people supported them, any of the other three. You know, yeah, right. You know, maybe you should have known that they weren't going to win. Maybe you should have known they had no chance. You know, but Bernie didn't get the message. You know, he was trying his hard. People supported him. They were giving their blood, sweat, and tears for that man. You know, they did everything they could to push him along and to get him as close to the nominations process. You know, But no matter what, no matter what he did, no matter what he said, no matter what his supporters did or said, he had no chance. He had a snowball's chance in hell of being the Democratic nominee for president. He had a snowball's chance of that happening, of that ever happening. You know, so I mean, think about it. Think about it. You Democrats need to think about that. Your party is, let's see, what would be what would be the right way of putting this? You know, the supporters for Bernie Sanders were like the Washington Generals playing the Harlem Globetrotters. Okay? That's what it was like. Because they had no chance. They had the Washington Generals' chance of beating the Harlem Globetrotters. In a game. Okay? All they are is a punching bag. All they are is a punching bag to have the winner beat the crap out of the punching bag, and then be the victor. That's it. That's all they are. That's all Bernie was. That's all those other three guys were. And Hillary was going to be the nominee. She knew she was going to be the nominee. She knew this was fixed. She also knew that the media was going to do everything they could so that she could win the presidency. She knew that as well too. And she still couldn't win. Trump had the establishment Democrats. He had the establishment Republicans against it. Establishment Democrats against him. Establishment Republicans against him. He had the media. He had almost every group against him. And he still won. He still won. And you Democrats can't figure out why. Why did he win? Because he told the truth about Hillary. He told the truth about her. And you Democrats can't handle it. You can't stand that he told the truth about her. You would attack him. You would be attacked for telling the truth. Oh man. You'd have your surrogates in the media. She would have her surrogates in the media attack them viciously. But then you would talk to people like me who, what the heck? Oh man. Watching TV at the same time. Anyway, stupid. But anyway, oh man, I'm tired. But anyway, I will probably upload this sometime, along with my million of several other videos that I made this weekend. Yeah. Trump overcame the Republican media. The Republican media. The Republican Party establishment, the Democratic Party establishment, the media, what else? He overcame almost everything. He only talked to the people who, the middle class, Americans were, trying to just get a decent paying job, who worked their butt off in college, got into a lot of debt, which, that's yours truly, and you know, just want a decent job to pay that off and take care of themselves and their bills. That's all they want. The government to leave them alone. You know, that's all they want. Trump talked directly to them because we have never had, or not for several presidential elections, have a president who's going to, or a person running for president who's fighting for us. The last 8 years, well, I should say 5 years, the last 5 years of my life has totally sucked because I've had to have one crappy job after another. You know, one crappy job after another. Be it, did my family care about that? No, they didn't care. They kept supporting the dumbass who was responsible for it. You know, Obama. If you think I was responsible for not getting a job, fine, you can think that if you want. But anyway, anywho, but anyway, better close this video before it gets to be 40 minutes. Anyway, you know, see the next.